Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between the sun, the moon, and the rising sign within Scorpio. If you don't know the difference between a sun, a moon, and a rising sign in a general sense, then please be sure to go to the link in the description below. I've made a video describing the differences between the three. Just watch that video and then go to whatever video suits you. So let's first discuss the difference between the sun and the moon. So the sun is more apparent to other people. It is more of an outward representation of ourselves. Whereas the moon is more focused from within. The moon instinctively knows who it is. So whereas the sun is striving to be its sign, the moon exists as its sign. Let's get something very straight to begin with here. When it comes to both a Scorpio sun and a Scorpio moon, they will not let someone hurt them and get away with it. No, do not be fooled by the Scorpio sun or the moon, ladies and gentlemen. But it could be said that the Scorpio has a big ego. This is because Scorpio energy is all about power and control. Alright? They want power, they want control, they want to have everything together. Wanting and craving power stems from the ego. Could be said then that Leo and Scorpio, egos exist here. But there's a difference. If you hurt a Leo, revenge most likely is not really on their agenda. Okay? But if you hurt a Scorpio, oh my gosh. This could suggest that the ego of a Scorpio is maybe a little bit bigger than the Leo. Like ego, Scorpio, Leo, oh. So with this information, let's use this to help us differentiate between the Scorpio sun and the Scorpio moon. It's the Scorpio sun that wears this dynamic of this ego in their personality. It's outward. Whereas the Scorpio moon, they feel this dynamic instinctively inward. A good way to sort of pick this up, okay, is you will notice it whenever a Scorpio sun comes across in their form of communication, when they're speaking with someone. Because whenever they're communicating with someone, they almost seem as if they want to be superior to whoever they're talking to. I can definitely give a good example of this. Take my brother for example, okay? He has a Scorpio sun, and whenever we're having a discussion, he holds that conversation. I will be even talking mid-sentence and he'll just talk over me. He does it all the time. He doesn't let me finish my sentence, he'll just talk over me. Or he will talk so much that I can never get a word in. It's crazy. In order to sort of put this to the test, what you should do is look out for whenever a Scorpio sun is in front of a waiter or a sales assistant. They will usually hold that conversation or dominate it. Then you'll notice that if the waiter or the sales assistant gets something wrong or messes something up on them, right? Usually that Scorpio sun will not tolerate it. They will not let that person push their buttons, okay? Without even realizing it, the Scorpio sun could just come across as pretty condescending. And there you're all thinking that it was the Capricorns who are condescending. So with the Scorpio sun, they don't see this ego. They don't really notice it come out until someone actually does push their buttons. However, with a Scorpio moon, this is felt more intensely. You'll notice with this sense of power, it's the Scorpio suns who just do it everywhere. It's just like, I'm the most powerful, I'm the most dominant, I've got it together, you know. I'm actually probably a little bit broken inside, but I'll pretend that people have got it together. Whereas the moon, they reserve it. They reserve it for those close, intimate relationships, which actually might lead to them making more power plays within their relationships and always enforcing control. Okay? In fact, it could be said that this sort of enforcing of control for the Scorpio moon might actually make the Scorpio sun's ego look harmless. And like I said, Scorpio suns, they want to come across as powerful, whereas with the Scorpio moon, they need to know they are powerful. As well, the Scorpio moon is a lot more guarded than the Scorpio sun. This is because the moon is about inner security. And so naturally, they don't want this sense of security to be bruised or harmed in any way. So with that being said, a Scorpio moon, they may be less open about their feelings. And so They may not really like to discuss their feelings in comparison to the Scorpio sun. Let's talk about the Scorpio rising. So remember, the rising / ascendant sign is how we express ourselves to the world. It acts as a type of filter or lens in which we try to make sense of the world. In my opinion here, Scorpio is one of the most difficult signs to understand. I think it's so highly complicated because Scorpios are perceived to be so dark and sinister, yet this darkness is actually just really misunderstood. It's as though Scorpios are always in hiding and they have no real desire to just mount to a higher vibration. And the reason why this is because they fear that someone will try to take them down. They take them down as they're trying to work up, as they're trying to raise higher. And so this is where the control comes in. Scorpio risings are likely to perceive the world through their ability to control their emotional expression as having strength. They want to obtain this ability to influence emotions of others so others can perceive them as having power. Think of a scorpion, right? When people see this tiny little creature, okay, just crawling around, people are terrified. They're so scared. They're like, I do not want to get stung by that. Because that stinger could kill them. Think of that stinger as a Scorpio's ability to use power through their intense emotions. So yes, they feel things intensely, but try their very best to keep their emotional vulnerability hidden. So for Scorpio rising, they might seek out others and perceive them as either one, as equals. This is the type of Scorpio who is actually secure in their self-identity, okay? Or is two, weaker than them. And this would be a type of Scorpio who is slightly more insecure. A Scorpio rising as well, they may have this tendency to attract other people or others who have their own conflicts and their own power struggles to work on. Interesting to know here, guys, as well, Scorpio, okay? Scorpio represents the gateway to great spirituality. And so it could be suggested that for Scorpio rising that the great spiritual development for them in this incarnation could be to truly demonstrate themselves through their personality, through how they present themselves to the world. Because, okay, the highest vibration of Scorpio is the phoenix, the mighty phoenix. This is a bird of spirituality, of power. It's mystical, it's magnetic. So with that, a Scorpio rising, their egos should be expressed in the highest, most beneficial way possible. To conclude then, alright, overall, whilst a Scorpio rising is seen by others as intense, powerful and strong, it's a Scorpio sun who is driven towards being intense, powerful and strong. Yet, it's a Scorpio moon who is instinctively represented with being powerful, intense and strong. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the differences between the sun, the moon and the rising sign within Scorpio. If you do happen to have your sun, moon or rising within Scorpio, then let me know in the comment section, or if you have any experiences with these people, let me know as well. And of course, if this is the first time you're finding my channel, then please be sure to subscribe and I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!